What's going on, guys? It's Dylan, and I'm back again with another comic book rant. Now today I want to do a comic book review, and this one is going to be a little bit less spoilery. More, I'm going to just talk about the first issue, and in the next day or so, I'm probably going to release a full-out spoiler review on all three issues. But that being said, Dead End Kids is the book I want to review and talk about today. This was a great issue. The whole series. It's only 3 issues, so this is an easy knockout read. I honestly got these sent to me, and then I read them literally within like 30. Like I probably read them quick in an hour. It fast read. Like once you start reading, you're sucked right in, and the writing goes so fluently smooth that you literally cross over and transition to each issue almost like you're watching a Netflix TV show. So you straight binge them, you know what I mean? I've read it a couple times already, and probably twice. I read it twice now. Man, it just starts off, it gets you invested in the characters off rip, and it explains who these characters are, and what they're willing to do for each other, and that basically, they're ride or die. They all have their own problems behind the scenes, though. When they come together, everything seems so fun and fine because they're teenagers having fun, but they have problems back at home. The one heavyset, the bigger kid, Tank, he has health issue problems. I think something with his heart, and he's basically, what they say right in the first page is that he's living on borrowed time. They never know when he might die because of his problem. Next, we got Amanda, who her mom is a little bit wacky. She's kind of gone off the rails, as Murphy says. And we got Murphy, as I said, he's the narrator, and basically his problem is that he has foster parents, and he has his problems as well. And then last but definitely not least, one of the biggest parts of the story is the character Ben. And he has these friends, they are ride or die. They'd stick up for each other in a heartbeat. But the biggest thing is that Ben gets killed. One of the friends dies, and it just so happens that they were fighting the day before with some kid, and this old guy pulls up on him, and the old guy, he even has his own problems. His daughter died, so that's why he's he's such an asshole. He's never been the same since. Then they got Bulmer, the bully, who is who the altercation goes down between. Ben, first Murphy is throwing shade at Bulmer, and then basically Ben has to step in, and he steps in for Murphy, and ends up punching Bulmer. But what was it? Oh, because you knew that Murphy was not gonna fight him. He was running his mouth, but he had his friends to back him up. But as soon as Ben hit him, he was like, whoa, oh, whoa. And then Bulmer pulls the knife out, and Bulmer has that problem where his father's in prison. So he's messed up. He's a kid, and his father was taken away from him when he was little too. So he has a lot of issues. But in a way, man, you really kind of feel for him, But it cuts to next morning, and they see ambulances, and I love how they just cut to black. They in a couple of the issue, in the other issue, or in all 3 of the issues, I think they have these sequences where they cut to fade to black basically, and I think that was used really well. It wasn't like they just kept wasting pages. It was only used once per issue, maybe. I could be wrong. But I know it happened at least twice, I think. But it cuts to black. Then they're at Ben's funeral, and what you find out is that Murphy, he does not believe that this was an accident, because that's what they're saying, that Ben fell on the ice, and he drowned, or you know what I'm saying, he fell through the ice and died. And Murphy, he knows off top, he's like, that's not what happened. And once the gang gets together after the funeral, he says he wasn't. He didn't just die. This wasn't an accident. He was killed. And they're like, "What are you talking about?" Amanda and Tank are like, "What are you talking about?" Cop said it was an accident. That he fell through the ice and drowned. And he's like, "Do you really think Ben would have been that stupid? Like to go out on the ice? No way in hell. Ben would never do that. He would never. He would have known." And he's like, "Besides, we know something the cops don't." And they're like, "We do?" And there's like, Avery, he said he was going to put Bulmer in the ice too, because after Ben socks him, that I had to go back and read that. I was like, holy shit, he does. Bulmer threatens to kill Ben. So right off top, you know what I'm saying? You think Bulmer had something to do with this, and what the kids decide they're gonna do is go check out the crime scene and go see if there's any evidence maybe that was left behind. And what do you know it? They find Bulmer's knife. And a few moments later, Bulmer, they hear somebody creeping up on him because they go back on the ice. That's the crime scene. And Bulmer pulls up on him, but Bulmer doesn't see them, and Bulmer's carrying a bat, so he's only there for one reason, and that must be to get his knife back. So Murphy, the engines are it's turning, the engine's moving, the motor is going, and Murphy is going nuts, thinking, Bulmer killed my best friend. I know you killed him. And he's like, you man. He even says it. He gets pissed. And one of the things too, also, the kids, when they're young, they think they're kind of invincible. And he's like, we were soon to find out how not invincible we were. You think, losing your friend, you'd pretty much find out that you're not invincible. But, man, this was just great. Frank Gogol, hands down, Frank Gogol did a great job writing this. Every issue just was so great. I even really enjoyed the writing in this, how the style of the writing. I enjoyed everything about this book. I am so happy that I was able to get sent these by Gem Mint and be able to review these. And definitely I will be doing a full-on 3-issue spoiler review on these. I want to give people the opportunity to maybe check this out, and then eventually if they pick up the trade, or if they are able to get the issues, then they'll check out my full spoiler review, because I think that this deserves 2 videos, no doubt. This is too good. And if you're any type of Stand By Me Stephen King fan, this is right up that alley. But it has its own vibe, and it's its own thing entirely. And when I say that Murphy thinks Bulmer is the killer, there is so much more to this story, and you really need to check this out and to find out. I can't believe I ever passed this up at my store. That was the biggest mistake ever. This might be, besides Middle West, this might be one of my favorite indie titles of the year. But yeah, if you guys get on your way out, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and be on the lookout for daily content. And like I said, be on the lookout for that full-on 3-issue spoiler review that I'll be dropping soon. Peace out, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.